I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, when tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Vince taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java come on, man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans through a mall quad, telling me how the crackers turn this childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty to handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they want, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence,
Yeah, don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch be a whole guard. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our court. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fart. They ain't locked in with the count and with you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and outdone. You can't do with them steps, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our court.
recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues?
I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's beat. That's right. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah. I ain't no ordinary man. I'm something that you might never see again. I never was the tallest, never was the strongest. I just held the record for being real the longest. Niggas know they feeling what I spill at my performance. Shitting on these haters, yellow belly like it's jaundice. You know I be on it. No, I keep my bomb lit. Ready just to drop it on you fuckers on some calm shit. Don't doubt the ability. Get down in the field with me. Watch how I be flipping on rappers. Check the agility. How real it be? I was always taught it's either kill or be killed. When you die, leave your will like Uncle Phil. Nigga, chill. I done popped up out the Matrix. I ain't had to pop no pill. Raised up in them Philly streets. With them gangsters pop that still. I've been down with UPK. Whether broke or at a mill. All I care for is my team. I don't care about no dick. Cause I ain't choose this life, it chose me. That ain't a secret. Made an oath to give my soul peace. And I'm gonna keep it. Climb the mountain, set my goals steep. And I'm gonna reach it, so I'm up all night with no sleep. Nightmares of demons. Saw my first fiend OD. That shallow breathing kinda fucked me up low-key. But I don't speak it till I die. I promise not a tear fall from my eye. Go to war, that's my battle cry. Tell them why. I stood 10 toes down in these streets. Whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. That's right. Roll around the city with the pound when it's beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah. I'm so ahead of my time, but the flow is ancient. Tell them show some respect, watch what you put my name in. We are nothing to be fucked with, them boys is dangerous. Make it hard for your team like them boys is tanking. Arm extended with the pound like you left me hanging. And beef got well done, nigga, we filleted it. Cause I held ground like I copped some acres. And they don't really want no smokers like they puffin' vapors. When I take ground, we 6 deep in your space. Ready to wreck on what? You take ground, it's a ditch. With 6 niggas picking your casket up. Don't pass this up. They say they built different, but these niggas bounty tough. When it's beef, I rode around with the pound untucked. Coming for the crown, get rid of the bullshit. That's a rule you flush. No matter how many people or weapons, you can't war with us. I done held ground for so long, it ain't no rooting up. Long as my niggas know I'm nice, you ain't got a root for us. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah. I was made to withstand any weapon form. They know a nigga sick, but it ain't no antiseptic form. Nigga, I'm dependable. Move like I'm in Desert Storm. Politic with general, so I know how to move when the pressure on. Only the worthy will receive mercy. Real soldiers cry loud like a nurse. Son of the power, you BK birth. Revenge in my bag, nigga, it's an anniversary. They tell us heaven limited, but hell is plentiful. I'm ready to hunt these devils down like the Sentinels. Put them all in chains by the millions. Difference between you and me, I'm a soldier, you a civilian. You BK, we took the lead to end black oppression. But I do not attack, I just match aggression. This soldier life for me, wouldn't trade it for another. The Lord and my brothers, the only thing about my bread and butter. I bring that bass like a subwoofer, leave them shook. They say life's a bitch, I say you should've never took her. The leaders hookers, me and Ty Wolf riding around with the brown, ready to put the beef in the press.
Shalom, Yabashim Shabbatah. This is Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is a Tuesday night Brotherhood breakdown class, you understand? Where you learn how to deal with a brother, how to deal with a sister, and how the infrastructure of this nation is going to be built. You understand? This is where you learn about rank and order, how to deal with a brother if you got to art with him, how to deal with a sister if you got to art with her. You understand? Whether she be married or unmarried, this is how you deal with those things, because of course there's a lot of stipulations on how you deal with a brother or a sister. You understand? How do you deal with a brother if he wrongs you? That's a question I'm asking. We're going to get started early. If a brother oughts you, what do? A brother step on your foot too hard and he got them goddamn boots that with the steel bottoms. He got still at the bottom and he step on your goddamn foot and it hurts. What do? I mean, you're a young man. Come on.
Go to him and address the problem brotherly, not to a point where it escalates to a situation.
So then, all right, so let's do it. Let's do it, right? We have the Passover. Let's give it up for the Passover, Commander General Yohana, man. You understand? The Lord, Yahweh, and Christ, and what he died for. The 54th annual Passover, and of course, for all the fake Israelites, right? When we say the 54th annual Passover, because I know some fake Israelite with fringes on his t-shirt will come up here and say, how you say it's the 54th annual, the Lord been having a Passover for thousands of years. Shut up. You understand? The 54th annual Passover is the 54th because 54 years ago in 1969, the Lord reestablished his name in 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And this is where we started to keep the Passover again. Before 1969, where was the Passover held? For all the fake Israelite groups. Before 1969, where was the Passover at? Where was it at? Where was the Feast of Dedication at? Thabawan, I know you got the history. I know Thabawan knows. He must know. He must know where the Passover was held at. Oh, okay. Shut your mouth. This is the 54th. You understand? And it's held in Raleigh. So now we still on the brother. We still on the young man, right? Now we at the Passover, right? Today for the Passover, I decided to get the boots of Mount Mordor. Right? Is that the mountain in Lord of the Rings? With the it's Mount Mordor, right? I got the boots of Mount Mordor. Them motherfuckers got spikes on them. You understand? Like, and I hit your shin or I hit your boot and it hurt, right? And I walk past because I'm moving. I'm going through and I just bump the hell out of you. You fall like 20 feet because I'm so damn strong. So like, just go far. You fall 20 feet and I'm gone. I don't even look back. I don't say Salakia. I don't say nothing. I'm just move. And I bump you 20 feet away and you go falling. Sing. Take it from there. You're you. Now we're gonna let the young man do it. Right? I'm gonna give you one to answer too. I'm gonna give you a different scene then. No, I'm gonna let him answer. Then I'm gonna give you a different scene.
first I get up off the ground.
Well, fine, give him a hand. Give him a hand. He gonna get up off that ground. Nigga said, first of all, I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna get up. You understand? No sweat. Come on.
Shake myself off.
Okay.
Then I approach you kindly like a brother, like Salakia, sir. Kind of bum me back.
Now let me ask you a question. I don't mean to cut you off, right? Now, why did you say you approach him kindly?
Kindly because certain situations, depending on how you feel at that moment, you could escalate the situation.
Okay. So you feel like the way that you approach a person can escalate it to it becoming something more than what it was. Okay. But let me paint the picture a little bit more clear for you. You didn't do nothing. You were standing there. I bumped you and ran you over. You were the one that's embarrassed. Like, how much money did you spend on your garment? In this hypothetical world, how much money you spent on it? It could be anything. It could be $1 million. I
spent about 20, 50 grand.
You put $50,000 on this garment. $50,000. Some people put that down on a house. Yeah. This brother decided, I mean, he's stupid as all hell. He just like it, right? But no sweat. Or maybe he just got it like that. Maybe Kanye West, I don't know. He put $50,000 in his garment. He got diamonds. He got flawless gems, rubies, all kind of things in his garment. And he just standing there. You enjoying the Passover. You having a good time. And then here I come, and I'm brawling and mean, and I'm rough, and I move, and and now one of your diamonds done fell. Like, you done lost a diamond out. You done lost a diamond. You done scuffed up your garment. And you telling me that your first thought is to walk up to me politely? Con? Okay, no sweat. I just want to know. I want to get in the mindset as to why you think that. Why you think, is that something that you would just do in the world?
Yeah.
You would in the world? Okay, no sweat. What about you, Juan? Juan got something to say. So I ain't gonna oppress this brother and not let him say it. Come on, Ak, what you got?
I got a precept for this one.
Hold the precept. Hold the precept. Right? Hold the precept. But what I want to know is, why do you think that you should go to the brother and be polite to the brother? I want to know why you think that. Why you would say that. No, the young man. This is what I want to know.
You said, why do I think that's a good idea?
Yeah, like I guess you already explained it, right? Just say it one more time, though.
I feel like depending on your emotions and how you take the situation, you could yell at that person. And, well, you ain't had to bump me back there. You could have said, "Excuse me." But personally, I wouldn't take that very polite.
Okay, you won't take it very polite, right? No sweat. I mean, I wouldn't take that as being polite either. You bumped me, right? But now, let me ask you a question. What if the brother who bumped you is me? What if I bumped you because I was doing my job? What if I had Commander General Yohana and he had to emergency evacuate the building? And so we said move 3 times. And so whoever's in the way is getting knocked the hell over. What about then? What would you do at that point? Or would you feel the same way?
So like y'all one.
Come on.
In that situation, it's like you doing your job, you on Shamar, so it's like, that's just a part of the job. It's like, it's not, it's like, it's a situation where it's like, if you doing your job.
So you would say, you would just let it go?
I would say it's protocol.
So it was protocol for you to get knocked down?
Shit, if I'm in the way, like shit. You doing some work. For real.
So, okay. Let me get this straight.
In that scenario, of course. Yeah.
Let me get this straight. So it's protocol for you to get knocked down 20 feet with your $50,000 garment on. I'm asking you because I want to know. I mean, if that's the protocol, then no sweat. I mean, yeah, knock niggas out the way. That's the protocol. That needs to happen. Ooh, come on. What are you saying?
I would say that situation. why I had that precept.
You got your precept. Come on, Ak. Go ahead. Pull your precept.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
go
and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Well, we got that. We there already. Right? But what I want to know is, what is your emotions? What are your feelings? What I'm getting into right now is not the protocol of this thing. It's not what is supposed to happen. What I'm talking about right now is, what are you feeling? What actions do you take? Because going to he and thee alone looks different for everybody. Like, I'm going to say a completely different answer in this scenario than all of you are saying. Tabawan may say something completely different. Now, we're all going to do the same thing. We're all going to go to that brother, and we feel like the brother ought to be. But we probably do it in different ways. But I'm trying to get the spirit off of why you're saying, I got the spirit off this brother. This brother said he just rather, he don't want to have the spirit of anger or of confrontation, right? He don't want to go to the brother and say, hey, yo, Bit, why you do this? I said Bit, that's Salaki. I say the whole thing.
Hey, Salaki is out of one.
Come on.
It's like, for me, in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Depends on rank as well. But it's like, go to him and him alone. It's like, hey, I don't like how you did that. Just if he's higher ranked than you, and if he's same rank, just hey, I don't know, if that was what you meant to do, but I didn't appreciate that.
Okay. So the brother said it's based off rank.
Okay.
So brother, what? So what you mean by that? Like, just a brother above you, or does it matter if he's a 1,000, or if he's a 5,000, or if he's a 10,000, or 13,000? Like, if he a 13,000, like you gonna get on all fours and pick the grass beneath his feet?
All you do is say out of one, he earned his rank.
No, I'm saying, is it based off of the number of his rank above you, or are you just saying if he's above me? Which one?
If he's above you.
Just so you could be a 50, and if a 500 do this, you're gonna respect him as if he a 13,000 or general. You see why I'm asking these questions now, right? Yeah, I want to know. Come on, answer it. Let's say you 50, or let's say you a trooper, and a 50 bumps into you. The 50 is an officer. He done went through the struggles of passing his officer's test. He done went to the camps. You know what I'm saying? He an officer in the ISUPK. And he bumps you and knocks you 20 feet. Then how do you go to him? He's a 50. He over you. You said it didn't matter about the number rank. So it's not Captain Tazariak. It's not Captain Mawaquad or nothing like that. This is just Officer 50 Yaramak. What do you do?
It's lucky out of one. I don't like how you push me 20 feet down, I would say in that situation, how I said, how the verse says, you deal with it right there with your brother, and you gain a brother. If you don't, respect it, then take that to counsel.
Okay, now do it. I pushed you 20 feet. I'm standing here on small. I'm standing right here in front of you. There ain't nobody else in the room. It's me and you. Come on.
It's lucky out of one. I don't like how you push me 20 feet down.
Hold on. First of all, hold on. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, 1 second. What are you talking about? Shalom, Lord Christ. What's going down? What you just came up here talking about some push? What are you talking about? All right, let's start over. Right. All right, here we are. Hey, Shalom. Go ahead. You about to say something? Oh, it's Shalom. What? Oh, Shalom, Lord Christ. We're going down that.
I don't like you, sir. I don't like how you pushed me 20 feet down. I feel like that was unbrotherly in the situation.
When did I push you 20 feet out?
Just a second ago.
Just a second ago? I don't remember pushing you 20 feet out. You thought this was the Christian church, didn't you? Don't let the Christian church fool you. Things like this don't happen like in the fairy tales. You don't go as you think it's planned all the time. Okay. But you got to know how to still deal with it. That's the point of these classes. So how do you do? I don't know. I don't remember pushing you 60 feet, 20 feet, nothing like that. What are you talking about?
Salaki out of one. It happened a while ago, and I didn't, like how that happened.
What's your rank at?
Salaki out of one trooper.
You're a trooper? All right, look, I know you're new to the school, but I'm an officer of 50, and I've been putting in work, and I done gained the rank of officer of 50. And what you should do is you need to just, I don't know what you're talking about, but you need to just, I'm busy right now. You need to go ahead and find your camp leader or find your brothers, and because I got work to do. Other than that, you too wild? What's going down?
Salaki out of one. Wanted to talk it out with you, but got to take that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I didn't push nobody. My hand's been in front of me this whole time. I ain't pushed nobody. If you don't mind, though, I got work to do. I got to get back on Shamar. If you don't mind. That's what? Okay, no sweat out. Shalom. I want the silence first. Let the silence build up. As I walk away and you watch my back, as I walk away, I want you to, Shalom, I want you to see this as I walk away. You understand? You feel it now? You understand that feeling? Right? I'm trying to create this environment now so that you understand. So come on now, what you got to say?
Like, in that situation, I think you talked about that like situation. Like even the verse says that you can take them to counsel after that. Like, so it's like in a situation like that when they don't understand, I guess you can take them to counsel.
I don't want you to say. See, look, because it's easy to go by the book. It's easy to say, "Oh, you're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to do that, and you're supposed to do this." I'm putting you in the situation. I just walked away from you. So now, what's your next step then? I walked away from you. Yo, man, Jay, you want to take a shot at it? You want to take it from here? What would you say? I push you 20 feet. You come to me. What do you say? Here we are.
Salaki out of one.
Oh, hey. I mean, damn.
Shalom, Lord of Christ.
So what?
Shalom, Lord of Christ out of what?
Oh, Shalom, Lord of Christ. Yeah, how about Shalom, what's going down? Hey, I heard you've been doing that great work out there in Raleigh, out there in Goldsboro, wherever the hell you at. I know you've been putting in that work. You still a trooper? You still a young man? Okay, Khan. Yeah. How long you been in the school?
About 3 months.
3 months? It's about that time, It's about that time. You enjoying the Passover? Khan, Most High Christ, I see you, What's going down? Come on.
I came to you because you bumped me back there and I flew like 20 feet.
I bumped you?
Yeah.
When?
Back then when you was rushing the generals to the back.
Well, you better eat some more grits. I don't know. You're very weak. I don't know about that. I don't remember bumping you though.
All right, no sweat, no sweat.
Yeah, no sweat. Move out my way next time, all right?
Come on, sir.
Okay, no sweat. And don't talk to me ever again until I talk to you. You understand that too? As a matter of fact, drop. Give me 10 push-ups for even questioning me, The water. Shalom. Now you watch my back too as I walk away. All right? Anybody else want to take a shot? Anybody else want to hop in the hot seat? Somebody gonna get it right. Come on.
Shalom to Christ. It's like the other one, if I may. And we talked about this in another class. Nah. I don't want you to break it down. I want you to do the right thing. I want you to reenact what you're supposed to do. I don't want to hear no breakdowns. I don't want no scriptures. I don't want no precepts. I don't want nothing. Do we in the moment? Somebody else want to take another shot, or y'all good? Y'all done? Uh-oh. They trying to pass it to the other. I'm gonna get him too. Look. Ain't no sweat. All right, so I bump you. You fall 20 feet. I'm standing on Shema. Come on.
Shalom, sir. Salaki, sir. Shalom, Yabba Shukr.
Hey, Shalom, Yabba Shukr. What's going down, my son? Hey, Tabawan, this nigga right here He been doing great things, man. Man, this nigga right here, man. Hey, Tabawan, I've been hearing about some, this brother right here, his camp speakers. You been seeing them videos, man. I'm all the way in Houston, and I've been seeing them videos. Like, yo, me and Tabawan, we sitting here was talking about the brothers and how the school been growing, and you doing your thing out there in North Carolina, like for real. You understand?
Sir, I ain't shit.
No, I get you, man. I get you. Come on.
It's like it, sir. If I could though, you kind of knocked me 20 feet as you was holding Shamar there, sir. Salakia, if I may.
Oh, brother, I don't what I don't know. Tabawan, what he talking about?
Right? Yeah, Salakia, sir.
Tabawan, you know what he talking about? You didn't see what he talking about? Well, I don't know what you.
Salakia, sir. Yeah, but you did knock me 20 feet. So I mean,
You sure it wasn't somebody else?
I'm pretty sure it was you, sir. I was standing right here, and
you pretty sure, or are you certain?
I'm certain, sir. I was sitting here, and you passed me and pushed me as you were getting the generals to where they needed to be at, sir. Salakia.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, for one, you already out of line, all right?
Come on, sir.
You know why? Why?
So, like, sir, if I could though, you did hit me, and
no, but why are you out of line?
It's like, sir, if I could, you did hit me. I'm not out of line for that.
I got you. I understand that part, but I understand what you're saying. But why are you out of line right now?
So, like, sir, if I made though, you're not acknowledging that you hit me 20 feet, sir.
No sweat.
All right, sir. Counsel.
I told you I was gonna get him too, right?
It's like, sir, counsel, sir.
No sweat. Ain't no counsel, because you're supposed to do what first? What's the first thing you do? And what did he not do? How do you know? I'm sitting here talking with Tabawan.
Oh, damn.
you gonna bring out these crimes in front of this nigga?
Right. I forgot. Slacky, sir.
So it can not stop here between us and then go to Tabawan and go somewhere else. Not saying Tabawan would do that, but potentially it goes elsewhere, even though we done deaded it. Now it goes elsewhere. I told you I was gonna get you, right? Right? So now, here's what you always want to understand when it comes to those type of situations. In the UPK, rank and order is only given to keep order. That's it. You understand? Like the men that have the rank above you or have departments over you or have operational command, it's not because they're stronger than you. It's not because they're smarter than you or something tangible like that. It's not because of that. It's because, of course, they put in work and the Lord gave them that rank, but the rank is there so that we can have order and build in this nation. But with that being said, that does not mean you have to become a bitch for nobody. That's not what that means. I don't give a damn if it's captain of 13,000, whatever his name is. If he pushes me on the ground, I'm not going up to him and saying, Salakia, I'm your most humble servant, sir. I just want to buy 10 seconds of your time, sir. Please, sir, if I could. No. Like, we men in here.
That's right.
You go to that brother, Salakia, I don't want, if you don't mind, if I could speak to you for a second. And now here's what you got to understand. You may be upset at that time. Now, you're the one who got pushed 20 feet. You might have a right to be upset, Ak. You might have a right to be mad. You may have a right to feel a certain type of way. Emotions are normal, but how you act is what matters. So all of you answered, and you said something where your emotions were, I have to fight my emotions. I have to not let myself be mad. That's fake. That's fake. That's unrealistic. You're going to be upset. You're going to be mad because you just got pushed on the ground. I mean, damn, you spent $50,000 on your garment, and now you got doodle stains from a bird that shit it in the field, and now you got it on you. Any brother would be upset at that. You understand? And more than likely, rightfully so. But your anger doesn't control your actions. So sometimes you may have to step to a brother. Hey, Ak, Salakia, I mean, not Ak, if it's a brother above you. Shalom, Lord Christ. Salakia, Adam, if you don't mind, can I speak to you? And you may sound a little forward. It may happen, right? But that brother, then what? He has to speak to you alone. And you say, Salakia, Adam, if you don't mind, yo, when you was moving the generals through, I didn't hear when y'all was calling for everybody to move, sir. and you pushed me like 20 feet, sir. Now I understand you doing your job, but like, yo, that it rubbed me the wrong. I'm telling you, like, straight up, it rubbed me the wrong way. So I ain't like that. I felt like you could have did that a different way, in which I didn't have to go flying 20 feet. And now let's say the brother, he look at you, he say, all right, stay in your place. Stay in a 50s place. Stay in a trooper's place. You're not even in the school. You a young man. No sweat, sir. Hey, if that's what you saying, no sweat. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take that to council then. No sweat. And you take it to council. You don't let him walk away. You don't say okay, because if you say okay, count on one count, and then let him walk away, what happens next? What happens after that? After you done got pushed in the ground, you embarrassed. The women that you was looking at you, you know they seen it happen. You got to walk around with the seagull doodle stain on your garment. You decided to wear all white this year. You always a 50, you knew I was 50. You decided to wear all white this year. You got this doodle grass stain all over you. You upset. What happens next? Come on.
It's like, sir, by saying kind of letting it go, you just let the issue pass. Now you're just sitting there with a doodle stain on you.
And then what happens next? You sitting there in the doodle stain. What happens next?
Well, you lose respect for yourself.
No.
I mean,
no.
People lose respect for you.
No. What does the brother with the doodle stain start to do?
Oh, Slacker, sir, he starts to resent that man. Now
he starts to hate the truth. You start to hate the truth, and then you'll leave the truth like a bitch. But here's what you always got to understand. You left the truth like a bitch. Why? Somebody read my mind. Why did you leave the truth like a bitch? Come on, young man.
I say being too effeminate to approach that person on your similar.
That's good enough. Because you acted like a bitch. That's why. That's why you left the truth like a woman. Because you acted like one. Because you was too scared to go to a brother and say, I don't agree with that. You too scared to be in counsel. You too scared. You shaking in your boots because of some brother's rank. Rank is for order. Now these brothers have put in work. Brothers like Captain Tazariak, Captain Ithak, Captain Mawquad, Captain Kahamtan Yad, generals. They have put in work, yes. They are the reason that we are here, yes. But they didn't put in work so that you could leave the truth because somebody's trying to make you their B word. That's not why they put in work. And if there's a general or a captain or an officer of high rank that is trying to make a brother in here they be, they don't need to be in here. You got to weed that shit out quick. Get them the hell up out. I don't care they're 13,000, 10,000, 5,000. Like that's something we can't stand for. Even at low ranks, you got to understand that this thing is bigger than all of us. It's bigger than the officers, the captains, the generals. It's bigger than all of us, man. You understand? And it takes all of us to get this thing done, but we have to be the ones that is holding this thing in place. Now, Barakatay Hawaii Hawashah for Commander General Hana in the ISUPK. You understand? Because these things won't happen with the 13,000 here. It won't happen. It won't happen with the captain of 10,000 here. It just won't happen. You understand? Damn sure wouldn't happen with the 5,000, the 1,000, the men above you. It should never happen. But you got to know how to deal with those brothers. You understand? If you have an art with a brother, you go to him and him alone. If he with somebody, if he with a group of brothers, if Tazariak is standing around Captain Mawquad, General Hazayan, Commander General Yohana, his rib, 2 potential ribs, a couple of fans, Side Netta, who else? Dr. Umar Johnson, and you feel like he did something to you wrong, you have to be man enough to go into that crowd and say, Salakia Adawan Salam Yabashim Subkata. If you don't mind, sir, I got to speak to you in private. You got to be man enough to do that. You understand? Now, more than likely, if he did do something to you, he did bump you, Captain Zara would say, what? I said, Salakia, brother, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. You understand? I didn't see you there. Salakia, but you know, I don't know. Have you ever been on Shamar before? Like, sir, I haven't been on Shamar. But Lord allow one day, if Shamar is something that you got the zeal for, you may end up on Shamar for Commander General Yohana and the generals. And there are times when the Commander General Yohana got to move through the crowd, and it may be urgent. And because it's urgent, it's just one of those times where you got to move so fast and so vigorously through the crowd that sometimes a brother or sister may get bumped. That's why we try our best to use our voice to alert everybody that we're coming so they can have a moment to move out the way. You understand? The Lord allow you may have to do that job too, but Salakia, brother, I did not mean to bump into you. I hope that you could forgive me. More than likely, you'll get something like that. And then you can grow. And then you could be brothers. Matter of fact, what you drinking, Doc? Come on with us. Now you about to go take a shot with goddamn Captain Tazariak and General Hazayan, Captain Kahuntham Yad, and Captain Malkat. Now you drinking with them because you a man. You understand? And you have to hold that when you coming into this truth. Don't ever let somebody belittle you in this truth, right? And I'm gonna give y'all one more. See what y'all do with this one. We go to the club, right? We go to the club. We all hop out. It was like 12 of us. We all deep. We run into the club, right? We go in there and you see a woman and you think she fine. Like, that's your type. That's your woman. And you say, I'm going to go holler at her. I'm going to go talk to this woman, right? So you go spit game. You go talk to the woman. But then a brother, let's say officer 5,000. You a trooper. He officer 5,000. He come out and he say, Salakia, brother. I know I seen you talk to that sister, but however, like when we came in here, I seen her too. I had just went to the bathroom because I just wanted to make sure I was like good. You know, I made sure I won't smelling bad. I made sure, you know, I was trying to get ready inside the bathroom to talk to her, brother. And out the spirit of brotherhood, like, you know, I want to talk to this sister. Like, I need you to stand down and let me holler at that sister. Go. Who want to take it first? They like, I don't know what the hell to do. Shit.
Oh shit. It's like you're the one. It's like you said in a scenario that you were already talking to her and then a higher ranking man said something to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I seen it the same time you seen her, but I had went to the bathroom to get ready. When I came out the bathroom, I seen you talking to her. Like, you know, you didn't really give me a second to, like, you know, holler at her. So out the spirit of brotherhood and rank and order, like, if you don't mind, Baba Kasai, I'm gonna go holler at the sister. I need you to stand down.
It's like you're the one. In that situation, it's like if you already talking.
Salakia. No, I don't want you to break it down. We in the situation.
It's like y'all the one. You know, I'm already talking to her.
What are you talking to who?
Shalom to Christ, the one.
Uh-huh.
I'm already talking to the Salaki, if I may. I'm already talking to the sister, you know.
Okay.
We already.
No, I know you was talking to her. I seen that. That's why I said that. So you get that part. I said that I seen you talking to her, but you get what I'm saying, though, right? I'm telling you that I seen her too at the same time. I just went to the bathroom to get ready to talk to her. When I came out, you know, you so damn fast, nigga. Like, you on every goddamn thing. Like, damn, nigga, I can't even compete with you, brother. I'm slower than you. But I wanted to holler at the sister, though. You good? So we to up? What you mean?
It's like y'all the one.
Yeah, come on. We in the conversation right now. It's me and you.
Me and her was already talking, so you know.
I know that. Like, I get that part out. Like, I know y'all was talking, but I'm telling you that I wanted to talk to her too. Like what's your rank at?
Trooper.
Okay, no sweat. That's a strong position to have in the truth. I'm a 5,000 though. However, like, I'm telling you that I want to holler at the sister. I need you to stand down. Like, you a soldier, right?
Okay.
Well, why don't you just be a soldier? Huh? Stand down, huh? I'm pretty sure there's other women in here. What you looking at? Look at me.
It's like y'all the one for me.
Yeah, it's me and you talking.
We already talking, so you know.
Brother,
can't stand down on that situation.
So you gonna disobey that order? As a trooper, you telling me a 5,000 in Israelite school UPK, you gonna disobey a direct order? Who your camp leader at? Who? Officer Howard. Call Officer Howard on the phone. Get him on the phone ASAP. Let me know when you got him. Anybody else want to take a shot? All right, same scenario. Hey, I seen you talking to that sister. I went to the bathroom. I seen her first though. I went to the bathroom to get ready to talk to her. I came out. You talking to her? I need you to stand down on that.
Salaki, I had one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we was already in the midst of exchanging contact info.
No, that's fine. Like she can get your number for classes, but I'm trying to get with her, so that's different.
Con, sir, Salaki. I'm trying to do the same thing. I mean,
no, I know. Okay, look, I get what you're trying to do. Obviously, I'm telling you that I seen that, so there's no need in telling me that. I'm telling you that I need you to stand down because I want the sister. Like I'm trying to really get the sister to come into the truth. Like as an officer of 5,000, so I need you to stand down.
Salaki. I mean, you can try your hand, but I mean, I feel like I already bagged that.
That's fine, but you gonna stand down though? No, so I'm saying it's cool that I go talk to her though.
I don't think that'll be brotherly to do that.
Do you think it's brotherly to disobey an order from a 5,000?
Sir.
You don't think it's brotherly to disobey an order from a 5,000?
If it's unlawful.
This is unlawful? It ain't your rib. I mean, if it's your rib, no sweat. Is your rib?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, but is it unlawful?
Law.
Well, then what we talking about? You gotta think about it. You get like that, right? So what's the right answer? That's the question. How do you deal with this situation?
I'd say Salaki, I don't want. I'd say go to your higher ups, see if they want to talk to her first.
Yeah, but first, with y'all brothers, you want to be a little bit more stern. A little bit more, like create that wall just a little bit more. I know you want to be a lot of in respect and all that stuff. That's all good. You want to honor the men above you. But if a brother is persistently trying to take the woman that you sitting there at the bar talking to, clearly he's drunk. Clearly he's not in his right mind. Because you know that brothers in the UPK don't behave themselves in that way. You know that brothers in the UPK don't go and take other brothers' women. We don't do that type of thing here. I don't see Tabawan at the bar sharing a drink with a woman and then saying, Tabawan, I'm going to go ahead and talk to her, brother, and out the spirit of brotherhood, I just hope you sit over there in the booth looking sad while I talk to the woman you sitting there hollering at. You know that we don't do things like that. And so you have to you got to uphold the truth just like the men above you should be doing. You understand? And the truth is you tripping. The truth is if you not playing right now, I'm about to call Cap 9 Thug. That's what's about to happen, sir. Salaki, if you're not playing. And if he say, well, call Cap 9 Thug, you know what you do? You step outside. Do. Salaki, sir. You understand? I got Officer Yaramak. He in here tripping, talking about he gonna take my woman. I'm telling him it's not okay. And he's insisting and being very persistent that he talk to the woman that I already got the number for, sir. You know what Cap gonna say? Is he drunk? Yo, tell Yaramak to come here. Who the highest ranking man there? He probably asked for the highest ranking man. Like maybe Tabawan. Get Tabawan on the phone. Where's Yaramak? Get Yaramak, bring him outside. And then I'm getting checked all kind of hella ways and everything like that. You understand? But you got to uphold the truth. Like be stern in what is right in here, which is why it's important that you learn what is right. Otherwise, you can't be stern. You understand? You don't know what to stand on because you don't know what's true. And you know how you learn what's right? Asking those type of questions. I bet y'all never even thought about that happening. But you got to ask those questions. You have to be so paranoid with the truth that you think of every situation Think of every which thing that happens so that you learn how to deal with it instead of being in that moment. And then now you have to let life teach you. Let the classes teach you before life does, because life will make you hate the truth. Satan will make you hate the truth because he'll use moments like that to make you say, man, if you ain't got no rank, you can't even get a woman in here. If you ain't got no rank, you can't do nothing in here but be a slave. Satan will make you have those thoughts because you don't know that you have the right to be a man regardless of your rank. God. You can be a man. You're not here in the UPK to be abused. You're not here, brothers say, hey, I need you to, tomorrow morning, I need you to come to my house and 6 o'clock in the morning, be there at 6 o'clock, wash my clothes, clean my car out, clean out my refrigerator, rake my yard, cut the grass, and then mop my floors, and then you can go on about your business before 10 a.m. That ain't what we're here for. That's not this. That's that old gay-ass fraternity frat BS. Let them do those type of things. And here, we don't do those type of things to each other. You understand? And here, we ain't here to hurt each other. We ain't here to break you down and then build your own. Do that gay mess. You understand? We don't break men down. That's gay. We build brothers up. You understand? From wherever they at, the only way you go in the UPK is forward and up. That's it. You understand? You don't ever allow someone to come in here and effeminize you or to take your masculinity away. You understand? You get pushed down on the ground, you get up like a man and you go step to that brother. You say, hey, Salakia, yo, you just pushed me. And if he act like he, get one up, like, I'm me. So you act like you want to have a problem with me and you don't push me on the ground. I'm the one who got dirt stains on my garment. And you got a problem? Oh, no sweat, Doc. No sweat. I'm going to have my words, and if you don't agree, we're going to go to council. And I'll let General Hyman say his words. And if he don't agree with that, then we go to major council. And we let the school have its words on this scenario, on what's going on. But you don't be no punk to nobody. Like that's something that you understand. The UPK got to get. Not to say you got to get a grip on, but we got to start really basking in the fact that we men in here. You understand? Like all of that. Having to talk soft to a brother, all that stuff because you scared. Like don't do that. You understand? Now when it's like I said, like the Bible say, it's a time for everything. You understand? If a brother just made a mistake and you don't feel like he really meant to do something and you just want to acknowledge it to him, that's different. But if you feel like a brother punch you in the face, you understand, while y'all drunk, and the next day you like, you punched me in my face. Like really, I was gonna F you up for that. But I didn't. You understand? Sometimes you gotta talk to a brother like a man. Of course, if he outranks you, then you talk to him as a father. You would say, Salakia Adawan, but you did this, that, and the third, and you didn't teach us to do these type of things to each other, sir. And I'm just bringing this to you. And if he say, oh yeah, no sweat, what do you do?
Salakia Adawan, I mean, I can say brush it off. It's like you got to take him to counsel with that.
Oh, well, you said two different things, though. You brush it off. Brushing it off means you don't go to council. You brush it off.
But if he say no sweat, it's like you could take him to council for that. Because it's like he didn't.
Why would you take him to council?
He didn't acknowledge it, I guess you could say.
So you feel like he ought you by not acknowledging it?
Well, yeah.
So why didn't you go to him about that? So what would you do? Because in his mind, he said no sweat, and he thought everything was good. But you still think that things are bad.
So go to him and him alone, basically.
So what would you do? Yeah, no sweat out.
It's like y'all the one if I may. I feel that the situation is still not resolved.
But how do we resolve it? How does it get resolved?
It's like y'all the one. You didn't teach us those things.
Teach you what?
No, I don't see.
For time's sake, right? Get with what you're asking for.
Okay.
If what I want from you is an apology, then ask for that. Say, I don't want Salakia, sir. I want you to say Salakia. If he's not getting, if he doesn't just say Salakia, if he's like, it's no sweat, all right, move on. But you want an apology, then ask for that. Or, Salakia, sir, I want you to pay for my garment. You ruined it. Then ask for it. You have to be stern. Now, you say, I want you to pay for my garment. It's $225, right? He may say, yeah, I'm not paying for your garment. No sweat, out of one. Well, I'm gonna have to take it to counsel. And when he says, Con, no sweat, then you take it to counsel. But you don't lead the conversation in your mind, I'm gonna take it to counsel. Let that brother know. Me and Thapawan right here beefing. And I want Thapawan to apologize. He says, I said no sweat. And I say, Thapawan, no, I want you to say, Yaramak Banya Howda, I am nothing without you. And without you, I would be dead. And I need you in this life. And I should have never mistreated you that way. And on top of that, I'm going to send you $20 right now. If that's what I want, or if that's what I feel like I need, then say it. And Thapawan would, of course, respond, I'm not saying that. I'm not sending you $20. I'm not doing none of that. I'll say Salakia for being wrong, but I'm not saying that, and I'm not sending you $20. Well, no sweat. Well, I'm going to have to take it to counsel, Thapawan. Con, sir. No sweat. And then in counsel, General Hyman will say, well, what was he asking for? Well, Salakia, sir, he wanted me to say, Salakia, he was the greatest of all time, and this, that, and the third, and that, and the third, and this, that, and that. And he wanted me to also send him $20 on top of all of this. Now, granted, General Hyman might laugh at that, because that might be, I don't know, that might be the first time he heard something like that, right? That more than likely probably won't go through, right? But the council will be in control of that judgment. General Hyman may say, you know what, Thapawan, from what I'm hearing from this council, you need to say exactly what that brother asked you to say, and you need to send him exactly what he asked for, because I think that is righteous, and I think it's just and fair for what you did to him. And if he says that, then we're going to hang up the phone. Thapawan going to call me. He's going to say, Salakia Yaramak, you really are the greatest brother I've ever seen in the face of the planet Earth. I would have been dead without you, and I'm sending $20 right now. And then now we can move on, right? But if I don't say that, I'm going to always feel like, what, Thapawan, he should have said that. And if I always feel that way, that's going to make me to hate Thapawan, right? So you have to be stern in what you want. Like, don't be afraid to speak up if you feel like someone's wronging you. Don't be afraid to step to a brother because you feel like somebody's wronging you. Step to them. Step to them. Otherwise, the school going to crumble. Otherwise, a lot of you going to go join IUIC because somehow you think that's better. Somehow you think in IUIC, I don't know what the hell you think. Maybe they got like suggestion boxes at their classes. You just leave suggestion boxes in the anonymous tips. Like, yeah, I don't like the way Yaramak wear his headband and be crooked every class. I don't like that. Anonymous tip, right? And now you at IUIC signing an NDA. But no sweat. Hold on 1 second. But no sweat. So y'all understand that. We clear on that. All right? Somebody do something to you for like an art, be a man. Tuck them Jones and go holler at that brother. You understand? Like a man. Say, I don't like that you did this. 9 times out of 10, a brother in the truth, especially you talking about men above you, they gonna acknowledge what they did or acknowledge like some. I've had brothers come and tell me something that I didn't do. I had no idea what the hell they was talking about. But you know what? It was kind of like Salakia, yeah. Salakia, I ain't even mean to do that. If I did do that, Salakia, I ain't mean to do it. It won't happen again. Because that to me is just more better to me. But don't do that if you still hate the brother. Don't do that and then turn around and be like, man, this BA nigga. Don't do that. Some brothers are able to just say, I really just don't care, like enough that it's better for me to just win this brother. I'm never gonna talk about this ever again. I'm just trying to drink. You understand? So just keep that in mind. You understand when we're moving on to this truth. Now, any other questions? Any questions regarding that? Any questions in period general? All right, we're gonna get it on. That was an unusual start to the Brotherhood class, man. But I hope y'all learned something. I'm gonna start trying to get those scenarios out there so y'all learn, how to deal with them. Uh-huh.
It's like, sir, if I could, how could I explain to someone in the world that the ISUPK is not a religion? You know, they see us with the Bible and they say, "Oh, you guys are religion," but how can I show them that this ain't a religion? This is just a school. This is, you know, we learn from the Bible. We're not like the Christian church.
Well, I mean,
Besides,
yeah, like like what we do in the ISUBK it's just not religious. Like religious is like what the Sadducees and Pharisees were doing with the washing of hands. That's religious. That's not what we do in ISUBK. So you could go there and with Christ cut them on when the disciples were eating and they didn't wash their hands before they ate. And when the Sadducees and Pharisees had a problem with that because they didn't wash their hands, that was religious. We don't say bless you when someone sneezes because that is religious. What we do is follow the Bible.
right?
And the Bible has nothing to do with religion. So what you would have to do is just make it clear that we follow the Bible. And if you saying that that's a religion, then all they would have to do is just show me where religion is in the Bible. Show me that. Show me the religion in the Bible.
It's like, is there the actual word religion in the Bible, or like
Just show me religion in the Bible.
Okay.
I say this all the time. When cutting Christians is more simpler than what you think.
Okay.
Just ask them the question. Because you're not trying to prove anything to them. You're
Right.
telling them what it is. Right? Go ahead. But what you want to do is prove to me that what we're doing is a religion.
Yeah, I don't want. It's off topic, but
Uh-huh.
had a situation where I was on Facebook and was talking to a family member, and I told him about how Christmas was a pagan holiday,
Uh-huh.
and that you're not supposed to celebrate it.
Right.
She went forth to tell me that she doesn't celebrate, but in the same sentence tell me Merry Christmas.
Well, she's celebrating. I mean, you know. But you know why? Because Christmas is religious.
Right.
Like it's so religious that you don't even know that you're doing it. You be at the store and it's enjoy your holidays and you too. Fuck. That's how religious the holidays are. You don't even mean to do it. You sneeze, bless you, thank you, damn. Because it got mind control over you. You don't even know why you do it. Because it's become a religion. You understand? It's a religious order that you practice and follow. And the truth is not a religion. You understand? We don't like the salute is shalom. How about Shema Shabrakatah? You call cap, you're gonna get a shakta. Like this is our language, right? Like it's and we want to add some slang to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lord Christ. Shalom, Lord in Christ. Shalom Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shabrakatah. Shalom, shakta. What's going down? It's not nobody gonna say Ak. You mean Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. Because it don't make no damn difference from me saying, what's up? Or what is up? What's happening? Or what is happening? It's our language. This is a language we speak. It's not religious. You understand? We learn our language and we talk it. Some brothers speak a little slang to it. Some brothers slur different words. Some brothers may pronounce words differently. You understand? Just like with garments. Our garments aren't religious. You know who has religious garments? The Pope. The Pope has religious garments. That's why they all look the exact same. The Jewish man, he has religious attire. That little stringy thing, that's why they all look the exact same. You know who else? IUIC. IUIC got religious garments. That's why they all look the exact. Oh, you have something? Yeah. Yeah, because that's religious. It's religious to wear a uniform. You understand? You all wear the exact same damn purple shirt for $2,500. Yeah, that's a religion. Come on.
So like, I don't. Hey, what you saying is so heavy because in the Christian church, the dress attire is religious, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is
all suits and button downs.
Like the hat, the big hat is like part of the Christian religion. Like you have to do it. Like in here, you don't have to wear a garment with fringes on it to be an Israelite. That's not in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible that says you have to have a garment on with fringes to be an Israelite. You could be Salakia. I ain't gonna say that. You can have no clothes on and you're still an Israelite because it's not religious. You know what the problem is with adding religion and why we don't have a religion? Because if it becomes a religion, then Chinese people can now partake in it. Then Ishmaelites can now partake in it.
It's like y'all the one.
Because if it's a religion, make sure y'all raise your hand, right? Because if it's a religion, then the religion is spiritual. And then now because you're a religion of Israelites, and it's a religion to be an Israelite, then you can have spiritual Israelites because it's a religion, something that anyone can practice. What we do is seclusive. Who we are is seclusive, and it's only for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. If a Israelite can practice a religion, and he's still us. An Israelite can celebrate Christmas and still be an Israelite. A Mexican can go celebrate Halloween, and he's still an Israelite. It's not a religion. It's your bloodline. It's your family. It's no different than you being a Jenkins or an Adams or an Edwards or a Dawkins. It's your family. Period. You know, can I become a spiritual Dawkins? Can I spiritually say, you know what? I'm a Grant now. I'm spiritually a Grant. Call me Yarmak Bon Grant, Bon Yahoo. No, you can't do that. If you weren't born from the loins of my father and my great-grandfather, then I'm sorry for you, nigga, but you can't be a Grant. You understand? That's what this is, and it's very simple as that. Come on.
Like the other one. I actually was going to bring it up. It's like how we talked about it one time. Everybody saying they're a spiritual Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Like,
yeah, I don't know what the spiritual Israelite is. Like, I mean, we already like we got fake Israelites that are Israelites. Damn sure ain't no spiritual Israelites. You got to get past fake Israelite first. But to be a fake Israelite, you got to be Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian. Period. So, as far as that question, man, you know, we don't have a religion. Come on. Nah, I mean, this is spiritual what we're doing, but like, it's not religious. Nothing that we do is religious. Nothing. That's why I say you have to ask them to show you the religion in the Bible. Show me where Christ had a religion. You understand? Show me where the disciples were religious. Show me any of that. None of it was religious. What they do, like a religion has you to believe something that is false. The truth is the truth. That's a difference. We can debunk religion. You can't debunk this truth. This truth and this doctrine is very much sound. You can't debunk it. Come on.
Right. So if they would say, oh, well, religion is, 12 disciples. They use that right against, how would you answer that to them? Like,
I got you. Well, okay, so the religion is the 12 disciples following Christ? Break it down. Explain to me the religion. Where did religion come from? You got some type of one?
No, Salaki, I was just trying to, understand what the brother might be alluding to. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
I was just going to say, sir, that, they would say, okay, say, like you said, sir, break down what is religion in the Bible. And they would say, oh, well, that's the disciples following Christ. And that had to be religion to follow after Christ. But then I'll have to say, okay, what is the Torah? I'll stop them and say, okay, can't use that. The disciples follow after Christ because they follow after the law, follow after God. They say, oh, that's religion, follow after God. Because they go to the religion, I've got the definition of religion in the Oxford Dictionary. Religion, now, belief in or and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a God or God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, say they run to this definition here. And they would say, okay, well, that's what Christ did. Christ followed after the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Christ followed after the Lord, and then followed after Christ. They're following a religion. I just want to
Did they follow after Christ? Whoever you talking about?
Come.
How?
By leaving everything behind in their lives to do as he did.
Who? I'm talking about the person you talking to.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I'm asking, did they?
Yeah, do they follow the Christ?
They would say yes.
How?
I go to church every Sunday.
Christ didn't go to church every Sunday. Did you celebrate Christmas? That's not, don't say that in the Bible. Look like you need some religion. That's what it look like. Look like you unreligious. If you just said religion was following after Christ, well then if that's what that is, look like you need some religion. Just come to class, all right? Just come to class, get some religion, all right? You're going to religious it all up. Just come to class so you get some religion because you don't have no religion. You don't have a religion now. You just said that religion was following after Christ. You don't follow after Christ. You gonna say you gonna hold the Passover this year? You don't even know nothing about it. Stop lying. You don't know nothing about the Passover. Did you celebrate Christmas? You celebrated the 4th of July. You celebrate New Year's. You smoke weed. You eat pork. You don't follow after Christ. You don't have a religion. Yeah, I don't know what you are. You understand? So you can cut them in so many different ways, but a religion is something that is done that the Lord did not ordain us to do. Like you think you're doing it for the Lord, but the Lord didn't tell you to do it. Like religion is things like I said, washing hands, saying bless you. We think that those things are of the Lord. Like we think that not listening to rap music is a sin. I mean, listening to rap music is a sin. Why? Because religion tells you that. Religion was created by who? By a man. That's who religion was created by. And so if you following after a religion, you're not following who? You're not following the Lord. You know who that superhuman power is that you follow? Cesar Borgia. Cesar Borgia definitely has powers. He's definitely supernatural. You understand? He a demon. And he got the power to make you go celebrate Christmas. He has the power to make you say bless you every time you sneeze. He has the power to make you think that our oppressor is greater than us. He has the power to make you go to church on Sunday. That's the power that you follow. The problem is that you follow in something that's superhuman instead of following with the Lord. You understand? You instead of following the Lord, you follow after a man and his religion. Because here's the end of it, right? Here's the coldest cut that you could cut somebody who says something with that. The truth of the Bible has never changed. You know what did change though? Your religion. Your religion changed. How you know that this is a religion? Because it never changed. You know why? Because a man didn't create this. What we follow came from the Lord. It did not change. Since Adam, we've been not eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. We won't celebrate Halloween, celebrating false holidays and false doctrines and worshiping other gods. We won't supposed to be men sleeping with men. We won't raping or murdering each other. We weren't supposed to be doing these things since Adam in the Garden of Eden. And ever since then, this law has never changed. It's still the same. We still are supposed to honor our mother and father like Adam and Eve taught Cain and Abel and the rest of their children. The law didn't change. You know what did change though? The evangelical church, they changed. The Jehovah's Witness church, they did change some things. The Baptist church, yeah, you changed some things in your doctrine. You know why? Because it's man-made. It's a religion. And here we don't have a religion. We follow after the Lord. As simple as that. You understand? And of course, Christ ain't never mentioned no religion. So that's that. Yeah, no sweet. Anything else? Mm-hmm.
It's like, sir, if I could. Also, is there no sin greater than another?
Yes. No. There is not.
Kamikaze. So, eating pork is just as bad as not honoring your mother. Or
in the spirit of it, yes.
Kamikaze. Or say like murder, unlawful killing is not any worse than cheating on your wife. I mean, a wife cheating on her husband.
Nope, no different.
Okay.
But explain it. Why is it no different? Of course it's different, right?
Okay.
Eating shrimp. You gave like some terrible examples.
Yeah, I was trying to like, okay, take one extreme from another.
Yeah, but you like put them, they was kind of segue on the same thing almost. Like, damn, like you should have said something like murdering and then eating shrimp.
Okay.
Those are two extreme differences.
Okay.
Right. But are they the same?
La.
What makes them different?
One affects another person and the other is just yourself. Like for instance, murdering somebody, that affects them and yourself, but just eating shrimp just affects, just you.
Not in the Lord's eyes. Remember, the Lord can like make a gun blow up in your face as you go to murder somebody.
Good night.
Like it ain't got nothing to do with the other person. It has everything to do with you and what you do. The Lord can, you murder somebody, you think you murder somebody, the Lord bring that brother back and he end up being your slave master. Like Lord can do that. So, but what does it mean when it says that there's no sin greater than the other, young trooper?
Like the other one, I got a precept for that.
Well, somebody answer the question first.
I know, sir.
What does it mean?
So basically, it's like.
It's like, you want to take the class? It's like. Okay.
It's like, if I may, it's like. Let's see, I'll break this down. It's like all sins are equal because you still not honor the law, statutes, commandments.
Break it down.
If you break one. Let's see. Say, I think. That's what. It's like, if I may. So basically, it's like how Officer Marshall was saying. It's like, hold on. Basically, in the eyes of the Lord, all sins are equal. So it's like if you break one, it's like basically breaking another. If I may.
Why?
Because all sins are judged the same.
True.
Okay.
Slocky, I don't want. I would say the ones that break the law would be called the least in the kingdom.
Yeah, but back on to why the sins itself, like why are they no different? Are you sure? Let me think. It might be Romans 1:18, huh? Come on.
This is the book of Matthew 5:19.
Okay, it might be it. Go ahead.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
I think there's another one.
One second.
I think it's Romans. Somebody get Romans 1:18.
Okay.
Let me make sure that's it. Hold on. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I might be thinking something different. I'm gonna read it first to see what it is. No, that's not it.
That's like the other one.
Uh-huh.
Say Hebrews 10:26.
What's that?
For if we sin willfully after that, we have received the knowledge of the truth.
Nah. There's a scripture I'm thinking about. I can't get it. I can't find it for some reason. Okay, I can't find the one that I'm looking for. But to answer your question, what I want is just a breakdown of the spirit behind why there is no sin greater than another. All the precepts you pull, yeah, you understand? Like, if you break one of these least, right, the least will then start making a what? If you say that there's the least sin, that means that what?
Like you say, there's the greatest sin.
But there's a level to it, basically.
Okay.
I mean, it is one worse than another, one better than another.
Okay.
But is there one that's better than another? No. The only difference in the sins is what? The judgment that comes with it.
Okay.
Like, some sins are punishable by death. Some sins you get exiled for. Some sins you have to pay for, or things like that. Right? Come on. Yes and no. In the Old Testament, yes, for sure, easily. Yes. The judgment of what you done is what determines the severity of what you did. Right? But when Christ came back, we are taught what? And he pulled the scripture already. Come on. That if we break even the least of these commandments, that we would be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Why? You have some?
I'm not sure if this is where you was going with it, but like in terms of this whole idea, like you said in the Old Testament, because the person was thinking of the severity, right? Because whoever commits the sin, you like, damn, if I do this, I gotta sacrifice a turtle dove. If I do this,
right,
I gotta sacrifice my prize lamb. If I do this, I'm gonna get killed.
Right.
So the severity would be to that person. But
Right.
now, since Christ came, we still go by the letter of the law in terms of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Uh-huh.
But we don't have, animal sacrifice. We don't have the sacrifices. And what Christ told us was to follow the spirit of the law.
Right.
So now I don't not sleep with my brother's wife because I'm afraid of getting killed. Christ made it so that basically you shouldn't think of it like that. Because if you think of it like that, you're going to do it.
Right.
So he's taught us, no, you shouldn't do that because you wouldn't want your brother to do that to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you it also the same way you wouldn't want your sister to do that to her husband and so on and so forth.
Right.
So if that's the case, then every law is the same. Because guess what? If you'll eat pork, you know what else you'll do? You'll smoke weed.
That's
and
right.
if you'll smoke weed, you know what you'll do? You'll sleep with your brother's wife.
Right.
And if you'll sleep with your brother's wife, you know what you'll do? You'll murder your brother, and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. Every law, if I could real quick,
Mhm.
the other scripture that says, that on these two laws hang, hang on, I'm paraphrasing.
These two hinge.
Right.
Yeah.
All the law hinges on or hangs on these two commandments: love thy neighbor as thyself, and love the Most High with all thy heart and soul. Like that tells you right there, because if you love your brother, you won't do what? You won't sleep with his wife.
Right.
You won't sell him drugs. You won't, you know what I'm saying? And if you love the Lord, you won't eat pork. But the
Right.
minute you'll say to yourself, you know what? I want this pork, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's the exact same spirit as a brother who'll sell drugs to his people, and so on and so forth. So
Exactly. You understand? And that was the point that I was getting at. That the spirit behind it is, if you'll eat shrimp, right? Then what the hell is it to you to smoke a blunt? Difference doesn't make. Like, you might as well. Like, I mean, damn. It's like if you got children, you give your children rules like what? Like, make sure they brush their teeth at night. That's a rule, right? You give them strict rules like be home before the stoplight, before the light come out. That's a rule. Don't go past the speed bump, right? And you expect them to follow these rules. But then if you study psychology and juvenile delinquency and things like that, you'll see that there's a certain type of child that does not follow those rules. They just can't. Like, you tell them to be home before the light just come on, they home at 3 a.m. They just can't follow the rule. And through psychology, you predetermine what? That child's more than likely going to be a criminal because they can't follow these small rules. So what makes you think that they're going to follow the big rules in high school, or to follow the big rules in college, or to follow the big rules of the law being an adult in America? They probably not. And the same thing is the Lord. Like, you got to teach our children and teach young men or young sisters to follow these small things, because like, just imagine, like I was talking to this sister, right? And she was telling me, like, before I talked to her, that she was courting some fake Israelite. And it was funny because I'm like, oh, okay, fake Israelite. And she was telling me all kinds of things, like he would get mad at her because he's celebrating Christmas and call her names, and just tell her that she like a hypocrite, like she don't really love the Lord. And I just remember asking her, I was like, well, did he smoke weed? And she said, yeah, he smoked weed. And I'm like, well, did he do this and did he do that? She's like, yeah, he did that. He did this. She told me, like, she at one time, at one point, he wanted to have a threesome with her and another woman. And I'm just like, what the hell kind of is this? But that's a fake Israelite. You understand? Because he'll offend in the least of things. And if he'll do those things, then what's stopping him from being a murderer? What's stopping him from being a drug dealer? You might as well just go celebrate Christmas. That's why I made that post on Facebook. Like, if you think that celebrating Christmas is a sin, then put the blunt down too. Because how are you smoking weed talking about some, man? All this shit that's happening downstairs is pagan. All of that is pagan. They pagan worshiping pagan holidays. You might as well just do it. Go down there with them. You might as well. Because what are you doing? Like, they worshiping is pagan. Ding, 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 ding. The phone ringing. Hey, what up? Hey, you still got that pack for me? Yeah, I got you. What time you trying to meet? Yeah, drop it off. I got 6 pounds for you. Bet, I'll meet you at the park. Yeah. Yeah, but that's they doing downstairs, that pagan worshiping. They worshiping that pagan. Nigga, you sell drugs, huh? What the hell? Like, Christmas is where you draw the line? That's where the line is drawn for you. Christmas. You sell drugs, you pop whores, you in the strip club every night. But Christmas, oh no. God forbid you celebrate Christmas. You in the strip club though. You understand? So that's the point of what Christ taught us, man. Christ taught us to not offend on those little things. Focus on those small things. You know what that makes you do? That doesn't make you just focus on the 10 commandments. You know what it makes you focus on? Focus on your jealousy. Focus on your envy. Focus on you being a glutton. Like I be thinking about stuff now that I would never think about in the Christian church. I be thinking like, damn, am I a glutton? I be sitting there eating. I'm like, yo, is this gluttony? Like, maybe I should chill. You understand? Because I don't want to be a glutton. Right? And for a brother, it's such a beautiful thing for a brother and a sister, because when you go out here, you make friendships, you make brotherhoods and sisterhoods and relationships. When you find somebody who questions himself on being a glutton, like for sure, like this nigga is not a rapist. Like, I mean, goddamn, like you questioning being a glutton and how much you eat, but you gonna go out and rape little kids? Like, just eat whatever you want. I mean, goddamn, which one is worse? You know, so that's the point of this. Nah, I'm too wild on that. You know, so like, but that's the point of it, is that, you know, if you offended one of those small things, then you're definitely offending one of those big things. And back to Thapawan's point one more time to get off of it. But in the Old Testament, you was always focused on the punishment of the law that you was breaking. And because you're focused on the punishment of the law you're breaking, what in your mind psychologically are you always going to start to think of? Now, to answer this question, some of you may have had to have been criminals in your past life. Some of you may have had to have known the law, but you did something in your past life. Go ahead. Or any young men want to take a shot at it? Any troopers? Any sisters want to give a shot at the answer to this question? Trooper Haman. What do you mean by that? No. Right? You know that if I sleep with this brother's wife, I'm gonna get killed. But if you're only thinking about the law, you're only thinking about the I'm gonna get killed part, then subconsciously, psychologically, you start to do what? Young man. On it. You don't not care about it. You care about it. Double one. You're trying to figure out how to do it without being killed. Like, damn, if I'm gonna get killed by the Levitical priest, like I wonder how I can hit his woman and then like run away and go to a different city and no one ever figure it out. Yeah, that's what you did in the world, is it not? You knew before you robbed the bank. Like, you did the research. Like, yo, you know, if you rob the bank and get caught, if you got a gun on you, that's gonna add 10 more years. You know, if you rob the bank and you got a knife, that's gonna add 6 years. I'm too wild. You know, if you rob the bank and you ain't got no gun, you are automatically getting 15 years. You know the judgment. But because you're not concerned with who you hurt when you rob the bank, you're only concerned with the punishment that comes from robbing the bank. So subconsciously, you start to just decide, well, how can I eliminate that judgment? How can I get around that? Because that's naturally how humans behave. It's embedded in us to just be disobedient. We are stiff-necked people, as the Lord say. You understand? But when you know that when I sleep with this brother's wife, this brother is going to cry this brother is going to cry himself to sleep every single night. You understand? This brother is going to cry himself to sleep because the family that he spent years creating and years building up and protecting has now all gone down the drain for your 30 minutes of pleasure with his woman. You will start to think, you know what? That's not worth it. That 30 minutes with this hoe is not worth it. I mean, damn, she's a hoe. Is it really worth it? It's not. You'll think about your brother first, and so because of that, you won't sleep with your brother's wife. You understand? So to answer that question, that is that as well. Anything else? Any other questions? Sis? Come, yeah. Yeah, we need more microphones up in here. Yeah, we got food in the back though. Food, donuts, whatever. Y'all get down, get busy.
right. So my question is,
If I could, 1 second, brother, what's the sister's name again? That brought the Bojangles? Khadijah? Hey, give a hand for Khadijah, man. Khadijah, young sister out in Goldsboro. She brought this Bojangles and stuff for us to have. Give a sister out, a hand for Sister J. You brought some food, right? Well, give her a hand. Who else brought something? Young sister coming at you strong right here. Who else brought something? This sister right here, she getting ready to hold her first Passover that's going to actually be at the Passover this year. You understand? Like, this sister coming in real strong and rocking and rolling with us. Who else? Anybody else? No? All right, no sweat. Salagi says, come on.
why do we face the east when we pray?
Because that's where Jerusalem is. Right? So we face the east because that is our land. It's back home. You understand? It's where we come from. So that's why we always face the east, because the east is where Jerusalem is. Now you may hear Muslims doing the same thing, right? But Muslims was a religion that was created, and they bastardized our traditions, and they created their own. And so that's why they face the east. They face the city of Mecca, if I'm not mistaken. But they face the city of Mecca because we face the city of Jerusalem. They're like the little ugly kid that like you don't want to be around you, but they keep pulling on you at the courtyard. You're like, man, get the hell out of here. That's Muslims. You understand? Like, they ain't got nothing on us, but they just, I think, don't they worship on Friday or something like that? Like, they wanted to be like us, but they didn't want to be like everybody else, so they changed a couple things. Just rearrange a couple things so they didn't look like us. But the Islamic religion is a disgusting religion. Like, I could break that down all day. I mean, if you a brother, if you really a Muslim, you gotta squat when you piss. I hope y'all know that. You didn't know that. No, that's part of the traditions. Like how men stand to pee. Well, if you a Muslim and you Ishmael, you got to squat when you pee. Yeah. And also, if you got a drink, and if a bug drops in your drink, like a fly or something, or a gnat, before you drink the drink, you have to push the bug to the bottom of the cup before you drink the drink. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's Islamic practice. Religion. That's religion. Because pushing a bug to the bottom of your cup don't have nothing to do with what? Thus it being a religion. Come on. Yeah, so it's a lot. I can keep going. Yeah, you got to smack your woman in Islam. Yeah, you got to punch her in the face. Yeah, come on. Yeah, if you don't smack your woman and you a Muslim, like you a unstern Muslim man, like they might call you gay. They might be up in there congregating with each other, like, and you didn't smack the hell out of her. Like you are not a man. That's yeah, if you in Islam. So, that's why them women, bro, they women be in there scared. You be seeing Muslim women, they be looking like you, like we take the modesty in their clothing as like modest. Them women are scared, nigga. They scared to death. Like, can you imagine being a part of a religion that's known for blowing up shit? And they in there. They in there with all of them. Like, out of all of the bombers in America, they're Muslim, and they're in the masjid praying 5 times a day with the mask on. It's a what? They getting punched in the face. Oh, yeah. They getting punched in the face. They got bruises all over their face. They getting black eyes, but they got the mask to cover it. It's ridiculous. Come on.
I just saw something because the Taliban, was it the Taliban or Al Qaeda? One of them took over the government. I think it was the Taliban of Afghanistan. Like, they are literally running the government. So the terrorist organization did a coup d'etat and took over. So now whoever's the president is the Taliban. That's who runs Afghanistan right now. And they just said, like, they basically just made them fire all the women that worked in like certain office buildings because they don't believe in women doing anything. Like, women can't drive. They can't do like anything. They got to stay in a separate. I was watching something. A sister went over there, and like the women have to stay in a certain room, and they cannot come out if company comes over, even if it's another woman. Like they cannot leave that room. So they just did something where like all the women that worked in like government buildings and offices as secretaries, they had to fire them. They're not allowed to work in there no more. So lucky.
If you go to these other countries, I'm gonna come to you. Don't forget your point. Like not even just like the Middle East, but like if you go to Amsterdam as a woman, like you better not think you about to go over there and do that black woman thing. It ain't gonna work. You go over there and think you about to run your mouth, they gonna look at you like, yo, who the hell this woman thinks she talking to? You are about to be a mannequin in the storefront selling your body in a second in the red light district. You think I'm playing? They will kidnap you for running your mouth and drug you up. And the next thing you know, you on red light district in the storefront with a pose talking about $60 an hour. That's what happened. You can't even speak as a woman. But back to Ishmael and his people, Middle East, you can't go over. You ain't got no power. No, they gonna whoop the hell out you. They gonna punch you in your face. They get straight to it. Come on, yeah, man. Yeah, them Muslims are sick. Who got the microphone? I think the sis still got it. Them Muslims are sick. I feel bad for them sisters up in there. Come on. Oh, make sure the microphone is on. They got to hear this.
Slocky.
There you go.
So they dress up their young boys there and have sexual acts with them.
Good night. Good night. I don't put nothing past it. Come on. That's terrible.
It's lucky y'all don't want it for me. Got a precept for that too.
Like, and here's the thing, right? Because I know, like, the brother just said that they dress up their young boys as women and then, have sexual acts with them. But I know from the outside looking in, you may say, well, I know Muslims that don't do that. I know Muslims that don't do that. But here's the thing, like, if I ever found out that in the ISUPK, you dress up the sons as women, you won't see me here no more. Like, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you straight up. Like that, you ain't gonna see me here. I don't give a damn if I never seen Thabawan do it. I don't give a damn if Thabawan say, yeah, that's wild, but I'm not doing that with my son. Like, well, yeah, you stay in there if you want to. But the organization does that. I can't be a part of that. I can't be something so nasty and so wicked. That's why even with Jehovah's Witness would like to play the card of, well, it wasn't my Kingdom Hall that did this, but it's your rules. It's your two-witness rule that is a part of the Jehovah's Witness. It's in your mission statement from the Bronx, from the headquarters of Jehovah's Witness. It's in there. So how can you be a part of something like that when it's your heads that are making these rules? Gotta come to the top of one. Come on. That's religion, because the Bible don't say nothing like that. You understand? That's something that they created. As a matter of fact, the Jehovah's Witness believe in the whole Bible, but that some parts of the Bible are figurative and other parts are just spiritual. You know what that is? Religion. That's religion. Meaning they take parts out that they don't believe and they keep the parts they believe. Come on, Trooper.
It's lucky y'all don't want it for me. I had a precept for what you was talking about earlier though.
Come on. Well, this nigga right here, bro. This brother Hawan right here, dog.
This is 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 1.
Not
concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good.
Hold. Slow down. Read it loud. Slow down.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
No, I think you might be mistaken with this one. Right? I don't think that this is talking about putting hands on women. I think this is talking about more so like being in the truth. You understand? Like don't go and get a wife until you're able to put in work in this truth. If I'm not mistaken, Thabawan. Right? That's what more so this is talking about. However, you cannot put your hands on a woman either. You understand? That's also in the Bible, but that's not what this is talking about in that scripture. All right. And where was we at? Salakia. We was with Muslims. Salakia. I'm all discombobulated up here. You went to Muslim. The sis had a question. Did I answer your question, sis? I did. Con. Any other questions?
Let's see. 1 second.
Any other scenarios? I got you. Look, for y'all to have been so messed up from the questions that I asked in the beginning of the class, I would have thought y'all had some more questions. We ain't got enough time. I ain't gonna play Christian. I ain't gonna do it. Mike Shaw.
Good night.
I mean, you could go to Sodom and Gomorrah. That'll probably be, one of the most obvious ones. You can go to Hebrews 2:16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. You understand? Like that's the vice versa, the other way around. 2:16. But also, what's the scripture that I'm looking for? I'm losing. I don't know what's going on with me today. I usually have these in the back of my head. What's somebody gotta look it up then? What's the scripture with we entertain angels unknowingly? Right? That's that's the one I was looking for. What did I say before? I said Hebrews what before? 2:16. This is the one I was looking for. Hebrews 13:2, right? Come on. Read. Whoever got to read it. If you got to read it. Oh, come on.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 3. Remember them that are in bonds, as bonds with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body.
13 and verse 2, Salaki.
Book of Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some entertain angels unaware.
Meaning what? Somebody break it down. What is talking about? Sisters. I want a sister to break this down. We got a lot of sisters. Give a hand for the sisters, man. These sisters coming in here looking strong, man. And this the one place on earth where you can find righteous women being raised, taught, righteous women being, just being beautiful and all every way, everything they do, man, in the Isupk. But I want a sister to break this down. If y'all need it again, we'll read it one more time. Read it one more time. Somebody, where the mic at? No, you can read it one more time, but give it to the sisters. Yeah, I want these sisters up front to answer this. Yeah, y'all not gonna run forever. Read it one more time. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. 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 What does that mean? Be not forgetful to entertain strangers. What does it mean that for that part? Read it one more time. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Stop there. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers. So don't forget to entertain strangers. Right? What does it mean in the simpler term? Who is the stranger this is talking about?
Is it someone else in the world?
Yes. But of what race? Correct. Right? So this stranger is another brother or sister. And it says, be not forgetful to entertain them. What does it mean to entertain them?
It's probably
Informing someone would be what of them? Like if I told you, hey, sis, you shouldn't go out there. They killing people outside. That would be a what for me to do? Start with a K. It sounds like mine. Kind, right? It'd be a kind thing to do to treat them in that way. So the Lord is telling us, don't forget to be kind to strangers, to be kind to Israelites that you see. Be nice to them, how you speak to them. You understand? Like when you see homeless brothers, you don't look at them and say, man, you ain't nothing but a dirty nigga. Get out of here, nigga. You don't do that to them. You understand? You see a homeless brother come up, ask for some money. You got some money? I need some. You say, hey, Salakia, brother, I don't have any money right now. I don't have any cash. You know, we do have classes right here at this school. Maybe I could give you a flyer if you want that. And then leave it alone. But be kind to them. But you will be kind to that because the world doesn't show you the benefit in being kind to poor Mexicans. It doesn't show you the benefit of being kind to conquered Native Indians, or why you should be kind to poor and homeless and drug afflicted Negroes. The world doesn't teach us that. They teach us that it's better to be rude to them. It's better to just kick them to the curb, not give them anything, and allow for our oppressor to be kind to them, while we should just hate them because our oppressor wants us to hate each other, and they use every twist and turn to make us hate each other. They want black girls like you to hate men that don't have money. They want black men like you to hate women that may have a loud mouth. They want Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez to make you hate each other. They want the women to side with Megan and the men to side with Tory. And because you side with two celebrities that don't know you, that don't give a damn about you, that barely know each other, that you're supposed to now hate each other. But the Bible is telling us, be kind to that brother. Be kind to that sister. Be kind to that other sister that you may see, or be kind to that brother that you may see. Why? Now continue reading. Now, some people have entertained angels. What does entertain mean? To be kind in this context, right? Or have dealt with them, talked to them. You didn't ignore them. You allowed them in your house like Job did. I mean, not Job, Lot did, right? Or you helped them in some ways, something like that, right? Keep going. Unaware, meaning what? That they thought that they were being what? What's the word we said earlier? They thought they were being kind to who? Give her a hand. They thought they was being kind to a person, but they was actually being kind to an angel. And what's the opposite of them being kind? If you're not being kind, you're being what? You're being mean. You're being rude. And sometimes you think that you talking about Mr. Joe the crackhead, and you talking about him and kicking him. And what's that movie? Above the Rim? Yeah, with Bernie Mac. You think that you just being mean to Bernie Mac, but really Bernie Mac is an angel. Really, Bernie Mac is down here taking notes for the Lord to see who actually has the heart to be a king, to see who actually has the heart and the mind to be a conqueror. You understand? Because the Lord is very invested in the way that you think. The Lord is very invested in the way that you act, the way that you carry yourself. The Lord cares about those things. He cares about what you think about. He cares about those thoughts that you have to sell drugs, the thoughts that you have to hit a woman. Like, it's not enough to just not hit a woman. You have to start attacking your mind. You have to start fighting against your mind like white blood cells fight against infection or diseases. You have to say, I'm having this thought, I'm having this ill thought about Tabawan. And even though I'm not going to go and punch him or beat him up, I'm having this ill thought about my brother. And you know what? I should beat myself up. I should punch myself for even having this thought. As a sister, you may have a problem with your husband, and you should start to fight against yourself in your mind. Why do I even think this way? How many of y'all leave these classes and you look at homeless black people and you still, something in you is still like, dirty niggas always asking for money. It's in you, but you got to fight against the way that you think. You got to stop thinking that way. You got to stop thinking that the things that you have been taught or what you think is okay is not okay, because the Lord is seeing all of it. The Lord is hearing what your thoughts are. You understand? And the Lord ain't put us here to hate each other. So you got to start to fix it with yourself. You understand? So you got to know when you're dealing with these brothers out here, it may be an angel. And the Lord, the angel gonna go, like you looking at him, he walking back behind the dumpster. Go look behind that dumpster. That nigga not even there. That nigga gone. Go try it. Try it one day. You'd be surprised. You see him go behind the building, go behind the nigga back there gonna smoke some crack. You go back there, the hell this nigga at? He not even there. All you see is a blanket and a pillow. This nigga ain't in the sky, nigga. He gone. He'll be back 6 o'clock in the morning to do it all over again, man. Cause that was an angel, man. And the Lord see those type of things, man. And when you start to understand those things, then you understand the blessing that the Lord gave us, man. You understand? I'm gonna ask y'all this question, man. What is a blessing? What is a blessing? I know we over the time, man. We about to get out of here in the next 6 minutes. Come on. Nah, I understand you know what you got it, man. I ain't stop cheating, man. I hate cheaters, man. Damn. What is a blessing? Nah, he was there too, wasn't he? He wasn't there? He heard him say it. You don't be cheating. If you answer this question, I'm gonna ask you to break it down. This nigga right here. What is a blessing? Also, the first of that scripture, Hebrews 13:1, is let brotherly love continue. You understand? So that's what that was talking about. Give me 1 Samuel 18:3. What is a blessing? Sis? It is a gift. But what do you mean by that? What is the gift of a blessing? Almost, right? Come on. Mm-hmm. What is a blessing? What is that gift? The gift that you get, young man. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Yeah. Understanding why you should forgive a brother. Understanding why we should love one another. Understanding why things are happening. Like a lot of us go through hard times in this place, right? A lot of you feel like you're in a situation that you can't get out of. A lot of you feel like you trying to serve the Lord, but it seemed like the Lord working against you. It feel like that sometimes. But the Bible has the understanding that's in it, and you get that gift by coming into these classes and learning it. So you know that dark cloud that's over your head, where it feel like everywhere you go is just raining on you. It's thundering and lightning on you. Everything you do never works. You understand what? That it's the Lord that does it to you. And when you understand that, you understand what that gives you liberation to understand what? That if the Lord is the one that's hurting you, then the Lord is the one that can help you. The Lord is the one that can fix you. And now that you understand that, you could do what? Now you could put that blunt down, finally. Now you could put that pork down, finally. Now you could let your family in the world, let them go. When you understand that Christ came back to set a man at variance against his father, to set a woman at variance against her daughter, to set brothers and sisters array, to set them at differences or variances one another, Now you have the gift of understanding. You know what? This is how the Lord wanted it to be. You understand? The Lord wanted us to come inside of these rooms and these classrooms and to love one another. The Lord wanted us to build up barracks and to build up schools and to build up zones and to build up prison and food drive departments for each other. And that's the understanding that we get for being in here, and it's a blessing. Otherwise, why are you here? Otherwise, why would you take being called a cult? Why would you take being called weird by the rest of the world? Why would you take not being a part of the masses of millions and billions and trillions of people who go to church on Sunday? Why would you be here walking through Walmart with fringes looking like a warrior when you're not in the army, when you're not in the Air Force or the Marines or Navy? Why do you do the things that you do? Why don't you eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster? Why don't you do those things? Because you have the gift of understanding. You got that blessing. You know that you do those things because you love the brother and sister next to you. You know that while you getting not humiliated, I don't want to use that word, but I ain't got no other word. But while you being humiliated in Walmart because everyone looking at you and you got your fringes on and they talking about you, you know that Thabawan is going through the same thing where he at. You know that Hawan going through the same thing where he at. That young man Jay going through the same thing that he at. These sisters going through the same thing that she at. You understand? And that's brotherhood. That's brotherhood and sisterhood, man. And I just wanted to share this one story if I could, Thabawan. If I could share this one story. That this story is very heavy to me. And this lesson was something that was taught to me recently. But it's something that dawned on me because this story damn sure came from the Lord for me. You understand? So read that Baba Gasal if you could. I ain't gonna go through the whole story, but I'm gonna just read you one line from it. Whoever got it, read it. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Now, Jonathan, you all know who David is. David is King David. Dawada. Jonathan was his best friend. This was his brother, his boy, his right-hand man, the man he'd go to for anything, and the man he'd give anything for. You understand? And they made a covenant. What is a covenant? I want one of the sisters to answer. What's a covenant? Come on. It's a promise. It's a contract, an agreement, right? So they made a covenant with each other. Keep reading. Because he loved him. He loved his brother as his own soul. You understand? Like David would have gave the clothes off of his back for Jonathan. David would have took his life for Jonathan if he had to, because that was how much he loved that brother. You understand? And then recently I found out that the blessing that we get from the Lord is understanding, man. You understand? And so I had to share this story because this is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. And all of this stuff that you see in this school in Durham, all of this stuff that you go and see for the Passover, we got a great lecture that's coming up. It wouldn't be able to happen if we didn't have such a special brother among us, man. And when Captain Zakar told me that a blessing is understanding, it took me a couple of days. But as I was driving in my car, I realized that as a David or a Jonathan, I have a brother that I made a covenant with, and his name is Thabawan, and it just so happened that this brother's name is Understanding. And this brother is a blessing to the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge, man. This brother right here is absolutely a gift to me and to all these brothers and sisters, man. And, you know, no, I'm not about to raise him up to captain. I know that's what it sounds like. But, you know, sometimes it's good to acknowledge a brother, man. And this brother right here has been one of the most outstanding brothers that I have ever met in my whole entire life. That's mean what the weight of what I'm saying. This brother has been one of the best brothers that I have ever met in my entire life. You understand? So you take that understanding and you know that what you do in this truth, how you treat other brothers, how you treat other people, these brothers and sisters are watching. They're seeing it. They see how you are. They see what you do. They see the type of brother or sister that you are. And it matters. It matters. It matters to those young brothers. It matters to those young sisters how you treat each other. And then, like we went over in the beginning of this class, you want to be careful about how you deal with the young men below you. You want to be careful about how you attack this thing called brotherhood, because it is a fight. You may feel upset. You may feel hurt. You may feel wronged. You may feel saddened. But what you have to know is that you have to understand. You have to understand what the Lord brought us here for, because that's the blessing that the Lord gave us. That's why we're going to have the 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina. And because of brothers like Tabawan, my right-hand man, it's going to be one of the most glorious Passovers, if not the most glorious Passover that the world has ever seen, ever in life. I'm talking about in history. I'm talking about going back in thousands of years in the Bible. And it's going to be more glorious than that because of brothers like him, because he embodies that blessing. He took what the Lord gave him. You understand? If I could, 1 second. This brother got a father who came into who knew the truth, who sat in classes with Marshall, with Yohana, with Salakia, with Commander General Yohana. And but Tabawan is a brother who sat in them same classes years later, and he took that blessing and he understood what it was and he embodied it, man. He embodied it to the fullest, and that's why Tabawan is the man that you see today. Now, all of you brothers in this room, Salakia to the men above me, all of you brothers better look up to this brother right here. You better look up to him and how he conducts himself, how he deals with his family, how he deals with his work. You understand? How he loves a brother, how he loves me, how he loves all of you. And you better take note of that, man. And you better, and sisters too, you better take note to that. And you better understand that that's the blessing that the Lord gave us, so that you can have the opportunity to be more like a brother like this. Be more like a brother like him. You understand? More like Commander General Yohana, to sacrifice, to give up what is comfortable, to give up what we love, and to come together and to be here. I remember this brother coming here 5 days a week, 4 days a week. Remember, there was y'all looking around Tuesday class. Y'all thinking, oh, Tuesday, why everybody come to Tuesday class? I understand, I hear you. But this brother was with me when there was nobody. When we was in this class, just me and him alone. Nobody coming in here. We knew it. We knew nobody was coming. And he came and he stood beside me for months and months and years, and he never left. You sit right here, you see the same man sitting at this table right here, right now. And he outranks me. And he stayed right here beside me. So before you ever think to leave your brother for your family, before you ever think to leave your sister for some family that won't come and put in this work, that won't come and sacrifice for you, you better think of brothers like him. You better think of brothers like Commander General Yohana and General Mahaiman, brothers who slept in basements of schools so that we can have what we have here, because they got that blessing. They got it. They understand what it is. You understand? And that's why we here. That's why we here. And with that being said, we gonna rock this thing out. We gonna hold this Passover. We gonna come together. We gonna raise these funds. We gonna do what we gotta do so that the nation of Israel can come over here and they can receive some of that blessing that Tabawan been giving us for 5-6 years in the truth. You understand? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to my brother, priest and officer Tabawan Banya Howder. You understand?
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. Salakia. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21. And Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means tenth in Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation will be Purim. That's gonna be that's the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. So that's going down Sunday, March 5th, and Monday, March 6th of next year, 2023. You can find that in Esther 9 and 20 through 31. I believe it's going down here at the Durham School, but you know what I'm saying, don't quote me on that. We'll of course get that information to you shortly. I'm gonna give Officer Mahayar, who's over the Sabbath service here in the zone, to be sure on that. But Purim is the next. It's not a high holy day. It is not a feast. Technically, it is a memorial, but that is the next, quote unquote, holy day gathering. I want to remind Akim and Akwathi to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or